We're talking to John Bennett today, a longtime resident of Lake Luzerne. John, thank you for being with us today.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'll start. I'll ask some questions and take your time to relax, and we'll get through it. So you were born in 1928.
1929.
1929.
1929.
Okay, and were you born at home?
Yes.
Okay, and do you know the circumstances? Was there a midwife?
No.
Just you? Just your mom, obviously?
Yeah, they had a doctor after a while. The doctor came up after before I was born, he was there. Dr. Montgomery.
Dr. Montgomery?
Yeah, Dr. Montgomery.
Was he a Luzerne?
Oh, yeah, they're up here. They're up here.
Okay.
Yep.
But as far as the birth, it was your mom and you and your dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this might be an unusual question, but maybe not. How do you feel about being 93 years old?
92.
92. How do you feel about that?
Feeling well, getting older, and not as young as I used to be, but don't bother me at all.
It doesn't?
No, don't bother me one bit.
Okay. Are you afraid?
No.
Okay.
Afraid of nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
And how's your health?
Pretty good. Yep.
You seem great.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you think, like, being an elder in the community is like a special thing? Usually they associate elders with wisdom and all that. Do people ask you your opinion on matters, and do you think people take it seriously?
I'll ask some questions like that. I don't know how serious they take them, but I answer them the best I can. Like that,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because how do you think how do you think old people are treated in our society? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Well, it depends on where you are. Some places they're treated good, and some places they're just, not treated so good, just shunned, laid aside, or something like that. It depends on where you are.
How do you feel about the way you're treated here?
I'm all right, treated great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think about the past a lot these days?
Oh yeah, a lot of the past I've seen it like that. It's a lot better than it is today. Mm-hmm. Where you had to live and everything like that, it's a lot better. A lot better life, a lot quieter life, and more honest life.
You mean in the past?
In the past.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you look back on any particular period of your life as being the happiest? When were you the happiest?
Oh, all through my life. There was no special thing. Everything was nice.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, everything was nice.
Okay.
Had a very good childhood, and I'd do it over again if I had to.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another one that might be a bit unusual, but we'll see. Do you attend the funerals of friends of yours who have passed?
I used to do a lot of it, yeah. I used to be a bearer, too.
And no longer?
No, I haven't been a bearer quite a while, but I've been a bearer for quite a lot of them, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
do you still go to the funerals?
Well, some of them when I can, yeah. Some of them, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And are there people you particularly miss who have passed on?
Oh, a lot of them I do, oh, yeah. A lot of them I went to school with, a lot of older people, and, a lot of your relatives and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of them, you miss them, yeah.
Who were your close friends?
Oh, a lot of them I went to school with there. Bill White, Malcolm Rist, Dave Dietz, I was in school with him, like that. Walt Sutliff, Earl Brown. There's a pile of them, all the same. I could rattle them right off,
Sure.
Yeah.
These are people you hung around with?
Hung around with and saw every day in school. Yeah, Bill White and the Rist boys. I hung around with a lot of them. We played together a lot. Oh yeah.
Well, play what? What did
anything,
you play?
any kind of games like that. Cowboy and Indians like that, and Explorer. all around, you know, up climb mountains and like that, and did a lot of things together. Went to the movies down here together.
Right. Very nice.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know.
So, do you think about those folks a lot?
Oh yeah, I think of them. Yeah, yeah.
Because none of them are still with us.
No, they're all gone.
All gone.
Yeah.
You really are the elder, the survivor.
Yeah, so far.
Anyone else that you know of who's your age in town?
There's a few of them in town. Not too many at my age right now. That I was close with.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, are you less mobile than you used to be as far as getting around?
Oh, I don't run so fast or like that, but I still get around.
Okay, because I don't see you like I used
Yeah,
to.
I'm around.
Okay.
Yeah, when I'm around like that, lots of times you don't see me, but I'm around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how about winters? Do you have a harder time now in winter than you used to?
No.
Okay.
I don't shovel as much snow and stuff like that as I used to do. I got out of that business, but I don't have no.
Does somebody shovel for you at home?
No, I do my own shoveling. I used to shovel off roofs and stuff like that.
I see.
Like that.
Okay.
But I do my own shoveling so far.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, one thing I always wanted to ask you was, did you ever own or drive a car?
I've driven. I never owned a car, but I've driven.
So you had a license?
Well, I sort of like that.
Sort of a license?
But I've driven machinery around.
Okay.
Our farm tractor, driven them around lots of times.
Sure.
On the farms, I've driven them. Oh yeah, lots of times.
But have you ever driven a car on the highway?
A little bit, not to know anybody knows it.
Okay.
Not very far though.
Okay.
Not very far though. Not very far.
Well,
I did it to help somebody out.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Not to me.
Okay. Why is it that you never owned a car or really drove?
I liked it better, like getting out walking like that. Didn't have to bother to start something up. I was always ready to go, all ready to start, and it was just the way it was. I've driven horses.
Oh, right. Okay.
I've driven horses and stuff like that, and other equipment, stuff like that. But
So, and maybe the expense of a car, was that part of it, or no?
Well, expensive a car, and I was ready to go when they weren't.
Right. Okay. Okay. I got. So now we're in the pandemic, the COVID-19. It's happening right as we speak.
Yeah.
How has it affected you?
Well, you can't go to a lot of places. You got to be masked up, talking through a mask, which I hate. And I think there's a lot of it that could be preventable. A lot of this like that. It's very unhandy for a lot of people. I don't like it. No, absolutely not. And I don't like to be penned up, and I don't like to be locked down. And I think we're being told a lot of things that it's not so.
Oh, okay. For example?
Oh, a lot of things, a lot like that. You think it's all over with, and then another one starts like that, and like that, and it's all over just to keep you locked down. And I think a lot of this is political.
Okay.
It's a lot of political, and it's a lot of junk.
Okay.
Like it. Some of it like that, you have to be careful. You got to be careful, but being locked down and everything like that, and not do anything you want to do, it's hurt a lot of people. It's
sure.
hurt a pile of people. Mm-hmm. And
have you had any serious illness in your life?
no.
Have you ever been in the hospital?
Oh, way back when I had tonsils, the adenoids out when I was I was going to school up on the hill. That's the only time.
Well, so that you might have been 8 years old?
Oh, 7 or 8 years old. Just had a tonsil and adenoids out. Was in there in the afternoon. The next day, morning I was home. I mean,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's it.
So you have not been in the hospital since you had your tonsils out.
No.
So that's 84 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you see a doctor regularly over the years?
Not regularly, no.
Okay, so you didn't have a family doctor?
No.
Okay.
No.
Who did you see when you had to?
Oh, I saw Dr. Rogers. He used to be here over in Hadley. I busted my fingernail. He sewed that up.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I've been down to Pitkin once.
One time.
Just one time down, and then I had the only thing I had last year. I had cataract taken off my eyes over in Wilton, over there. But
Oh, okay.
that's about all.
That's about it.
That's about it.
John, that's incredible. That's amazing.
You know,
You're blessed.
yeah.
So some questions about the where you live. So you grew up on a farm on Potash Road,
Yeah.
but do you still own that property?
No.
Who did you sell it to?
Well, I sold it to a fellow down below. Like that, I had to get out on account of the taxes got high and stuff like that. I didn't want to sell it, but I was more or less forced to sell it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And do you still go by the homestead?
Oh yeah,
often?
yeah. I've been, yeah.
I mean, is it a regular part of your day? Or
No, not the regular trade. Once in a while I go up around there, yeah.
what's it like? I'm from Troy, and every now and then I go up and visit where I'm from, and
Yeah.
I get a very sort of nostalgic.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you're back there?
Oh yeah, I wished it was back the way it was.
Yeah.
It's growing up, everything is all growing up. It doesn't look the same anymore, but
Did you have a big garden?
oh yeah, garden, oh yeah.
And did you cut your own firewood?
Well, I had some help, yeah, cut a lot of it. I had a lot of help cutting it, like people, neighbors and stuff like that. Oh yeah.
And how about, did you have a dug well or a drilled well, or how'd you get water?
Oh, yeah, I had a dug well.
A dug?
Yeah.
Did your dad dig it? or-
Yeah, he dug it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Helped dig it. The neighbors helped dig it. Yeah. Yeah.
How was the water?
Good and wet and everything.
It was wet?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's the way I like it.
Yeah.
So living in the country, as you did you see other kids outside
Yes.
outside of school?
Oh yes. I see. Yeah, we had a lot of kids all over. Yep, all over the road. Played around. Yep, seen a lot of them.
So you would have to walk to their house?
Yeah, walked. It wasn't very far.
Not very far.
No, it wasn't.
So they were on Potash Road,
Yeah,
and
some of them on Potash Road, some Gailey Hill, some the River Road, and all this scattered all around. We never let that bother us.
okay.
No.
So, but you spent a lot of time playing outdoors. I'm
Oh
thinking?
yeah, outdoors a lot.
Yeah. Are any of those kids still around, John? Any of those?
No, unfortunately, no.
Do you remember the last one who passed? Or maybe you don't. Do you remember the very last one of your friends?
Well, Malcolmers was the last one. Bill Hoyt was one of them. Like that. Bill Hoyt and we went to the Gailey Hill schoolhouse together. Like that. Like that. Malcolm and I and Stuart, his brother, we were very close. Yeah.
Did you stay close over the years, or just when you were kids?
Oh, we stayed close right up to the end.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
You would still visit them.
Well, they're dead. They're both of them dead now.
I mean, while they were alive, you would visit them.
yes, yeah.
Were they at home, or were they nursing
Yeah,
home?
they were
or-
at home. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's great. Did you hunt and fish?
I hunted some, like that. I was never too much of a fisherman. Once in a while, but I hunted some. Yeah.
But it wasn't a big part of your.
No, it wasn't a big part of my life. No.
Why not?
Well, I had other things I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. Okay, so hunting wasn't number one.
It wasn't number one, no.
Okay. And not so much fishing either.
Yeah, not so much. Not so much. I fished some, but not so much.
And now, were you good with horses?
Pretty good. Yeah.
And where did you learn how to deal with horses?
Well,
like that?
my father, he had horses. He had oxen, and my uncles, they was a great horseman, and I learned from a little kid up, and I worked with people who had horses like that. So we got along good.
Okay. Now, oxen you had at home?
Well, my dad had.
Your dad had 'em.
He broke oxen. Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean to break
Break
oxen?
oxen is like training horses. You could break a ox, break a horse, the same thing.
Okay, and
Yeah.
what did he use them for?
Well, skid logs with it like that. He used them on the farm, and he drove oxen for other people who had oxen in the woods,
All right.
skidded logs and stuff like that. He had them like that. And he broke them, and then he sold a bunch of them, and had a few more calves he raised up,
Okay,
and then he sold those like that.
and where did they stay? Right on the property?
Yeah,
with
round
you?
about the barn right across the road from the house.
Okay, and that's gone now. That
No, that's
farm.
gone. The barn's gone now. No, yep.
Did that burn or did it?
No, I had it tore down.
Okay. John, do you have any Native American in your background? Do you have any? Do you speak any?
I don't speak Indian. I don't speak Indian very good. But we got a Beneke blood in me.
Abenaki?
Yeah, well, we call it here. We call it a Beneke.
Abenaki.
The
Okay.
same thing over east they call it Abenaki, but
Okay.
same thing as over here is
Okay.
Beneke.
But it wasn't. You never learned the language. or?
Not too much of it. It's kind of a hard language to learn. But I got a little bit of it there. Scotch Irish in the blood in it, and I got a little bit of Beneke. So,
Okay. All right. Oh, you said Scotch Irish.
Scotch and Irish, yeah. Some of the Bennetts were
Okay.
Scotch Irish.
Okay. So, as far as native skills, Native American skills, like there was no one who taught you any of the like canoe building or.
Yeah, not too much. No, not too much.
Okay. All right. Now, who were your mom and dad, and where were they from?
My mother, she come from down Saratoga way, and my dad, he was born right up here in Mill Creek, up here in Johnsburg.
Okay.
his mother was a Combs, got the worlds of Combses, up around Stony Creek, Johnsburg, Warrensburg, Thurman, like that, a whole big drove of them.
Okay.
That's where he was from,
And-
right west of Crane Mountain,
By Crane Mountain.
on the Garnet Lake Road.
Sure. And how about your mom? What was her name?
Sure, it was Nichols, all right. Last name was Nichols.
Right.
I guess she was down in Saratoga.
Okay. What was her first name?
Clementine.
Clementine, and your dad was
John, same as mine. Same thing, John Jr.
same as you. Okay. Do you have any idea how they met each other?
I don't know. I have any idea.
Okay.
No.
So, I understand. I know you worked on a lot of farms, but I'm wondering, when the farm work disappeared, what did you do for a living then?
Oh, I did a lot of snow shoveling, lawn raking, and stuff like that. And I'm a security guard up in Fourth Lake.
Oh, you are now?
Yeah. I've been that way for quite a while.
Oh, so you're still working?
Oh yeah, still working. Yeah.
And what are the responsibilities?
I'll go around, see if check doors, windows like that, see if anything's all right, hadn't been broken into, and see who's around. Yeah, I've been there a long time.
Oh, okay. So, and people pay you for that?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's great. I had no idea. All right. So, having never driven, how did you get to work in your early days?
Well, it was handy, just to go up the road like that, where fellows was working horses. Just did a couple of miles like that, and went up the halls up there where I worked up there, just up across lots. It wasn't very far.
Okay.
It wasn't too far at all.
So you walked to work all the time?
Yeah, walk to work, yeah.
Because it seems like from Potash Road down to River Road, that's not a short walk.
Yeah, going up cross lots and makes it cuts it right off,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
When I was up there at halls like that, we had transportation tractors and stuff like that. Went down the river road like that. That didn't bother.
Okay.
You drove.
Okay. Right. So whatever farm you were working on, you would walk to work in the morning. What time were you getting up? Do you remember?
Oh, I get up around 5 o'clock in the morning.
And what time would they expect you to be at work on a farm?
So like that, lots of times be there about 7:30, 8 o'clock, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
And-
And walk this up to Gailey Hill Schoolhouse. They walk back and forth up there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how late would you work on a typical farm day? Would you?
Well, it depends on what you're doing. In summertime, with hay in it, you'd be there a little bit longer, 7, 8 o'clock sometimes. Like that. Other times it's it'll be shorter, you know.
And were you paid by the week?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember what you earned? Do you have any memory of like a typical week?
It depends on how late you work, you know.
They were keeping track of your hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And could you tell us, maybe not all, maybe you don't remember all the places you worked, but let's say on River Road, can you tell us the farms that you worked on and what you did?
I worked on the A.D. Stone place. We cut hay and corn down there, and the Ebb Stone place we cut corn on.
John, can you look into the camera?
Yeah.
Thanks.
And
Yeah.
down for Bill Schofield's down there on the John Schofield place. Cut corn, hay down there. Worked Sullivan Bennett like that. We helped put hay in his barn up to Gordon Ramsay's. Put hay in his barn, built silo for him. Halls I filled.
Oh, you built a silo?
No, we
Filled it.
Filled it.
Filled it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, up the halls like that. They did everything up there.
Okay.
I got worked for Homer Schofield some. And
Well, how many years would you say that you were engaged in doing farm work?
ever since I was, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old, right on up here till a few years ago, till the farms all went out like that. I was either working in the woods or on a farm.
So you started when you were 8 years old.
I started in young, yeah.
Yeah. What were you doing at the age of 8?
Helping the fella down next door like that, help him peel pulpwood, you know, and
But never any serious injuries from that. That's dangerous work.
yeah, I know. Yeah, no one never got hurt.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because up at that Methodist cemetery, there's a gravestone and there's some words on it, and there's a kid's name, and he's 11 years old, and it said he fell off the log truck. It says it right on the grave.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a story they told about the kid.
Yeah.
Well, John, this is going really well, and it's been 23 minutes. Maybe it seems like forever, but are you enjoying it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, when you were like a young adult, let's say 21, 30, 32, what did people do together during those adult years for fun?
Oh boy. Well, you could go like that. There was 3 square dances going on up in Stony Creek all at once, you know. You could go square dancing. And people got together nights, like people, their relatives get together. You had picnics. Go to the movies down there. Go to the fairs, like that. Go visit people. There's a lot of things you did back then they don't do anymore.
Right.
Because they don't have dances anymore. You used to have dances right down here in the town. Close the street right off. That street dances here in Luzerne. Next week I have it over in Hadley. You used to have more fun around here then than you do now. And you had the movie halls. Had one here, one down in Corinth, one up in Orangeburg. Like that, you go to movies all over. Like that. There's a lot more fun back then than there is now.
For sure. So they would close the streets off.
Close the street up and have square dancing, yeah.
Square dancing. And they would do it here and then another week in Hadley.
Yeah.
Went
back and forth. Yep. Everybody got along. Yep.
Well, were they well attended?
You bet your life they were. Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of fun.
I wonder if you could do that now. close the streets
I
off.
don't know. Probably a lot of people have their nose out of joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing it like that, and the idea of having fun, you don't do it anymore. Now the television, you got computers and everything like that, and
Sure.
they don't want to do anything. And laws like that, a lot of people would holler, screech, and scream.
Right. Right.
You know.
So you sort of answered this, but do people get together for fun as much as they used to?
No.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things they think is fun, but
Yeah.
they're not really. No.
Now, how would they have 3 square dances at a time in Stony Creek?
O'Neill's, Earhart's, and down to the Grange.
And they'd happen the same night.
Yeah, same night.
Well, didn't that mean that?
You go from one to another, there's a crowd at each place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had them down in Corinth. They had square dances there. You used to have them up in Northville, West Glens Falls, over Durkeetown, like that. The square dances all over the place.
Now, were you good at that?
Oh, well, I like dance. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
they had dances down here in the schoolhouse. And the Grange Hall up here where the American Legion is. They had dances up
they
there.
danced. So a lot of dancing.
All the worlds of it.
Geez, that's too bad. And people showed up for it.
Sure, you bet your life they did. Yeah.
Okay, all ages.
Yeah,
young
it's
people?
all ages. Anybody that could dance, they were right there. Yep.
So, were you popular with the girls? I mean, did you date? Did you?
Yeah, not too much like that, but I had fun.
All right,
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
good. Okay, do you remember, let's say, a Friday night in Lake Luzerne? Friday night in this, let's say, the summer. Were the stores open
Yep.
and were people out?
Oh, yep. People were out. And you could go to the movies too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. People was out. You go down here. All these stores were open. Everybody was a big crowd all over the street. Yep.
See, that seems so unlikely.
I know it. You don't see it now. Nope. Yeah, had all these stores that opened, especially Saturday nights. They was open late too.
Oh, they were.
Yep, and you would go to the movies. Mm-hmm. Yep,
How would
and you could have a lot of bars that open too.
drink alcohol?
Oh yeah, a lot of bars around. You could go to that. It was a lively place.
Right.
And when the dude ranches would go, that was lively too. You had a lot of horses around, rodeo going on, people horseback riding. There's a lot of things going on, a lot more than there is now.
For sure. I have a feeling you didn't do a lot of drinking either.
No,
Why do I think that?
I don't know.
Yeah. You just don't seem like, I don't know, it's funny.
Maybe my eyes are not bloodshot. Or,
Yeah, maybe something like that. So if you were, how would you get into town and home like on a Saturday night?
Well, like all of us did, we walked. We had a ride. Last time we had a ride back with people like that. But a lot of us like that. We used to ride out, walk. It wasn't very far from where I lived up there, down here. Used to walk down. The 7 or 8 of us would go to movies and go back.
Right.
Winter and summer.
Winter and summer.
Yeah, we wanted to go to movies. We went to the movies.
See, that's
Simple.
right. But I mean, that seems like a long walk to me.
No,
No. You come down 9N.
come right down 9N. You can do it easier then you can now because it was less traffic.
Less traffic, yeah.
Less traffic on the road. A lot of people want to run you off on the road. And
So I just want to understand this. So you'd leave your house and you'd start walking and you'd meet other kids?
yeah, meet other kids on the way down too, and it didn't take long.
And they were walking
They
too,
were walking too. Yeah, we all walked down together. Yeah.
right? And then after your evening is over, you'd walk home?
Yeah. Yep, that was easy. It was fun because the land was clearer. It was nicer back then. It wasn't quite so much traffic.
Right.
It was easier walking, and it was fun. They didn't mind it. We didn't mind it at all.
All right. But were there street lights? Or was it
No, it was the last street light was up here by the Grange Hall. That was the last one.
the last one?
That was the last one.
So that's dark.
Well, it was dark. You didn't mind it because when the moon shined, it was bright. Now the moon shines out, and so everything is growed up so like that. It doesn't shine so good as it used to.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Do you know why the theater and the dance halls closed? Why did the theater close?
Well, the owner of it, George Stanton, he died. His wife, she run it for a while, and then she got kind of tired of it, and she sold it to another party there, a playhouse outfit like that, and they run it for a while, and then they closed it up and tore it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say playhouse,
Well, it was a playhouse. It was from the city. People got it from the city, and it was put on plays and stuff like that.
at the movie theater.
Yeah, at the movie theater. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that didn't last.
And that didn't last very long. They closed up, and the theater stood there, and then I don't know who had charge of it, but they tore it down.
Okay. And that orange building next to the bank, the one that's empty.
Yeah, that was where they had that was their part of their playhouse there too. They kept a lot of their designs and stuff
Okay.
in there. Yeah.
So the live theater wasn't as popular as the movies had been, maybe?
Not really, because they didn't have the right kind of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. Now, horse racing on the lake. Were you a jockey? Like,
No, I didn't get into that.
Okay.
That was a little bit before I was like that. But that was popular too in the wintertime.
okay.
A lot of people out there had half the town up there on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Used to freeze then. Like you couldn't do it in later years like that because it didn't freeze so much. But you could have the whole town out there, people out there, horses. Yeah, that was quite a thing.
So, yeah, I was thinking that
Oh yeah.
the ice must have been thicker.
Oh, it was. You used to cut ice out there for
that's-
ice houses. Had ice, great big 6 chunks of ice.
Did you do that?
No, I didn't get into that. No.
Okay.
Had cut ice on there in Fourth Lake and on Lake Bernard. I didn't get into that ice business.
Do you remember at all how thick it was?
Oh, a lot of places like that thick.
That's over a foot.
Yeah, over a foot, way over a foot. Yeah. No, I didn't get into that ice business.
So, how is it that you know that the ice isn't so thick now? How do you know that? You
Well,
remember it being colder?
Yeah, it used to be colder like that, but in some spots you get back in where the water still it was thick, but you get it out in the open, it's not quite so thick.
Right.
And you know how thick it is if you get out there and ice breaks and you fall through, you know it's.
Then you know.
Then you'll know.
Well, did they have incidents of horses falling through the ice?
Well, I guess once in a while. Well, I didn't hear too much of it.
No.
No, I didn't hear too much of it because the ice was froze.
Sure.
It was froze there.
And you're saying that they would get large crowds?
Oh yeah, get large crowd. Oh yeah, that's quite a thing. Yeah.
Because now when you look out in the winter, all you see is a couple ice houses, not
Yeah.
even many.
Yeah.
Not too many.
Yeah.
Did you ice skate?
Not too much. I wasn't too much on the skates.
Okay.
No.
And do you remember if the town cleared the snow off the lake for skating? Did they do that?
Yeah.
And the town cleared the snow off.
Yeah. They made roads around there for horse racing, and later on we had our winter carnivals in school up there. We had the winter carnivals up there, and they plowed a place out there where you could race around and stuff like that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Did a lot of people ice skate?
Yeah.
But not you.
I never skated too much. But a lot of people up here skated. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So, do you remember when that ended or why it ended?
Well, it's the same way as the television got in, and people, another generation come in and didn't want to get out so much as the older ones did. So they kind of phased out a little bit. Yep.
It does seem very different now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now, I've talked to you about this before, but that was some time ago. Now, Namo was going to do the big Hadley Dam,
Yeah.
and could you talk about how that plan to do that affected the River Road properties?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Well, it affected the properties because they was going to put it in, and people had their houses, and it's like that, and they had to sell their house and move out. And then the land grew up and went down, and that's the way it is now, like it is nowadays. There ain't nothing up there. They had to move right out, and then decided not to build it, and that was it right there. So.
Because I think people would be surprised to know that there was that many farms on that
Oh,
road.
there's a lot of farms up there, a lot of farms. On the Schofield Road, Gailey Hill, all around here. There's farms down the lower end of town, around like that. And, oh yeah, there's a lot more places around, farms around.
So NIMO would approach the owners and say, how would that go? Would they make an offer?
I imagine they make an offer that we're gonna build a dam and we're gonna make an offer, and like I said, you have to get out, so.
And then people could lease it but NIMO owned it, but then they could lease it for $1 a year or
Yeah,
something?
you lease it like that until they was ready to build a dam. And then they decided not to build a dam, and that went, the leases they went, and other people, they sold the property to other people, and that's just the way it went. And the land grew up and went down, and that's the way it is nowadays.
So the original people who NIMO bought the land from, those people didn't want it back after the dam was not being built?
Well, apparently a lot of them at that time, some of them that died off in between time, so there wasn't nothing. So their younger generation didn't want to bother with it, so that's the way it went. See.
Okay. Do you remember how long that lease arrangement lasted between NIMO and the owners?
Oh goodness sakes alive, it was quite a while.
Quite a while.
Yeah, quite a while.
And you were still working on those farms through that period?
Well, I wasn't working on that because that was before I started working on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then NIMO owned the land, and they weren't going to build the dam.
Yeah.
And so, do you know if they offered the property to the original owners again?
I really don't know what they offered them.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't enough.
Right.
I guess the way I heard, I don't know.
And then, so then Nagamohawk could then try to sell it to other people.
Yeah.
And, but now it seems like the state owns a lot of
Yeah,
it.
they own the conservative. They own a lot, and they've planted trees where the fields used to be.
Oh, the state did that?
Yeah. They
Okay.
planted trees there, which I don't know. They didn't like the looks of that. They can't stand open spaces. They got to have trees there.
Yeah, but you prefer the openness.
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks pretty.
Yeah, I agree. So, so the state bought. Did any people buy property from NIMO? New owners.
Well, they've got some up in there, but not too many like that. Yeah.
Because you know what's funny, on the Hadley side of the river, the state doesn't own that much property over there. Do you know why that is?
I don't know just why that is like that. I guess it's they gobbled up more on this side.
They gobbled up more.
I think
Yeah.
it was on this side. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to find out why that is, because like you say, you go up River Road there, the state owns a lot of it
Yeah.
on the Luzerne side, but not so much on the Hadley side. Was that a big topic of conversation in town? The dam that was going to be built.
At one time, yes, it was a big one, and then it gradually died down. Yeah. Oh yeah, because a lot of people was moving out,
Right, I would think that would. So did people not want the dam to be built? Was it unpopular, or
Yeah, some of them didn't want it to be built, and others just kind of went along with it. But,
how did you feel about it?
well, I didn't think it was right. People coming in the way they did it. I mean, if they're going to build a dam, build one like that and get it done with, but not just drag it along, let the land go down, and stuff like that.
Sure. Well, John, this has been great. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the John Schofield. We have a picture of the John Schofield farm. What did you do there on that farm?
Well, I didn't do too much on that farm. I helped cut hay down. Bill Schofield cut some hay, corn down in there, and we stuff like that, had potatoes and stuff like that. But I didn't work on that farm too much because it all gone down, and the barn burnt. Later years, had a barn down there, and that burnt later years.
And our first picture is of your homestead.
Yeah.
Did your dad build that house?
No, that was a Weller's. That was a long year he bought that. That was years before he bought it.
The Wellers.
Weller's, yeah, back years ago. They built both those houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then the third picture we have is the Sullivan Bennett house. And
That was an old house too.
what?
Sullivan didn't build that. He didn't build that. I forgot now just who did live there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that was a good sized house.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't build it.
Okay. And it also has a barn on that property.
Yeah, barn across the road.
And then the fourth photograph is the Les Sutliff place.
That's built right on his daughter, Solomon's daughter, sold that to Sutliff.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was looking for a place, and he went in there and they took the house down and cleared off that land out in back here, and they got a nice little farm there.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And then Gordon Ramsay, the barn looks like it collapsed over the winter.
It did, yeah.
Do you get up that way much anymore?
Oh yeah, some, yeah, go down through there, some, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So had you known that barn collapsed?
Oh yeah. Yeah, growed up, all the stuff around there, garden has all growed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So then you had Aurelia Allen, who was Gordon's sister, Gordon Ramsay's sister.
Yeah.
And that's that nice red barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed to be in nice shape.
Yeah.
And then the John Ramsay barn.
Yeah. That's been painted over, yeah.
That's been painted over.
Yeah.
And then those flats are really nice up there too. You can hardly see them, but
Yeah.
because they're down the hill behind the trees. But was that cultivated? The flats?
Oh yes.
That would be hay or corn.
Hay, corn, yep.
And
all the fields up above the Beecher Harris's up there. That's where we farmed it up in there. We got that potatoes up there and had corn, hay. Oh yeah. Oats.
Oats.
Yeah.
Now, how would people sell that? Would the roadside stand or how
No,
would
they had the corn, chop it right up, fill it out, the silo for the cows. The hay went in it for the cows too.
Right.
Baled it. We used to bale it and put it right in the barn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did people have vegetables and produce to sell to the public though?
Oh yeah, we had things they could sell up there. The halls they sold stuff. Bill Schofield he sold stuff. Gordon he sold stuff like that. He sold butter.
He made butter.
Yeah, he made butter. Eggs. Halls made butter, eggs, sausage, and everything like that. And they had a lot of things they sold. Oh yeah.
Now, would people come to the house or would they deliver?
Sometimes they delivered. Some people come to the house.
All right.
Yeah.
And how about would the market buy any local produce?
Sometimes they would. Sometimes the older markets would buy some. These modern ones wouldn't.
Right.
But the older ones would. Yeah.
Somebody told me that they would dress people's deer too at the market.
Mm-hmm.
If they got a deer, they come in and cut it up for them.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if that would happen today. I don't think so.
I doubt it.
But you weren't a big hunter.
I'm not so big hunter like that.
Why not?
Well, I ate pretty good. I didn't have to go and kill something.
So you had a problem killing animals?
Well, I didn't have a problem, but didn't have to.
Right.
I didn't have to.
So maybe you didn't eat a lot of meat?
I eat a lot of meat. I haven't had a lot of meat. The home chickens, beef.
Oh,
like
okay.
that,
Okay.
turkeys if I wanted one.
All right. So, but hunting, you just didn't feel like you had to do it.
I didn't have to do it.
Okay.
Well, I've ate venison, ate bear meat too, ate
Okay.
woodchuck, ate rabbit.
Okay. Gotcha. That's but and not too much fishing.
Not too awful much fishing. No.
All right.
I never
Okay.
tie myself to a fish pole.
Right. It seems like you'd rather be on the move.
One thing I never like to do is ice fish. I never cared for that.
Right. Right. Well, John, I want to thank you for your time.
You know.
It's been real interesting.
Yeah.
I hope it's been fun for you.
Yeah.
And we went through the photographs, so we will be able to put that together.
Yeah.
You know, I think you should be in some kind of special status because you get to be in your 90s. People ought to be coming to talk to you about the wisdom that you've accumulated over the years. I think, the school should be inviting you up there to talk.
I've been up there school talking.
Oh, you have been?
Back 2 years, not lately, but I've been up there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. That's good. Okay. Well then, all right. Then we're gonna end now. It's at 46 minutes. So to thank you, and this will be an ongoing project. But this is very important that we got your thoughts down.
Yeah.
So thank you, John.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.